In any interaction involving people, there are always two hook points, right? When you hook someone's attention. The first hook point is I like you. The second hook point is I love you. And this doesn't just mean romantically. I like you is better than nothing. Right? Okay, I'll talk to this person. That's fun. It's great. Right? It's a lot of politeness. A lot of the interactions you're going to see out there in society, it's the I like you. Right? If you go and say, order a coffee and the person's talking to you, you'll listen and you'll talk back and they'll listen too, but it's, we're just chatting to chat. Okay, cool. The I love you hook point is when someone really locks in and someone really cares. Okay? And when do you pass the I love you hook point? When value is involved. The more value, the more they care. All right? So, say someone's talking to me, for example, about math. And, you know, say you could be talking to me about math. You're, hey, Julie, you know math? And I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, we'd be talking. That'd be the I like you. Anyone here, if you came up to me, you started talking about math, I'll listen. I'm nice. I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks for sharing. But I'm just going to be like, okay. I'm not going to be hooked. There's not going to be the I love you hook point. Like if you stop talking, I'm not going to be like, tell me more. There's not going to be that. But if suddenly you shifted topics and you talked about something that was valuable in my mind, suddenly you're going to shift the, okay, yeah, to, wait, what? And that's when you pass the I love you hook point. Okay? These can happen instantly, right? You can go and say, oh, hey, nice to meet you. And someone's like, oh, wow. And you've already hooked. You can hook someone before you even open your mouth and say hi, or it can take some time. Maybe you pass the I like you hook point, and it takes a while to pass the I love you hook point. You should audit this in others and also audit it within yourself. Even during this talk, there's probably some of you where right off the bat, boom, you were hooked. Some others are like, no, where's this kind of going? And then there's something that I said, and you're like, ooh, well, that speaks to me, and then you're hooked. But we all have this. Yeah, I like you, I love you, there are two. 3 key things to look for in terms of behavioral cues to know that you've passed the I love you hook point. Number 1, the eyes light up. You'll see someone's eyes just, again, don't overanalyze this. Like, is it the pupil? Is it the what? It's like, you'll just see in their eyes, they'll go like, right? It's like, whoa, they kind of light up. It can be very subtle too, like, right? You just see like, oh, they're now like locked in, right? They're really paying attention. Another thing you'll notice is, more often than not, tonality will shift to what we call trying for a poor tonality, where your voice goes up at the end. Right? So, oh, that's interesting. Math. Wait, what? Wait, can you say that again? Get it? Oh, wait, what? Really? And then the third one is overall ask yourself, do they care? If I stop talking, would they care? Now, this also plays into running out of things to say. If you run out of things to say, and there's a lot of awkward pauses, it's simply because you haven't passed the second hook point. If they care, they're going to spark it up for you. If they don't, they'll be like, cool, nice to meet you. Okay. Now, as I said, sometimes it'll happen immediately, sometimes it won't. If it doesn't, what you're going to want to do is give someone a bigger sample of who you are. And this is very important, okay? So I'll briefly talk about first impressions. Don't worry about it. First impressions don't matter at all. Okay, guess what? A lot of first impressions are people speculating and projecting onto you. Key. Okay, a friend of mine, for example, he's not the most, you could say, physically attractive person. And he would not be what someone in a romantic situation would consider their Prince Charming. Okay? If you ask someone, hey, what would be your Prince Charming? Almost no one would describe that person. So what does that mean for him? When he goes to say hi to someone, and say he wants to meet someone, he's never going to have an amazing first impression, like, oh, here's Prince Charming. It's always like, who's this person? Oh, like that. Okay? Now here's the key, though. If he thought that those first impressions mattered, he'd be screwed. He'd be like, screwed. But he realized they don't. First impression is someone being like, first glance, what do I see? Based upon my conditioning, this is where I place this person, and this is what I speculate and project onto them. So if he doesn't buy into it, and he goes up there, displays his personality, shows the person who he is, gives that person a bigger sample than just the first look, they realize, wow, this guy's really cool. This guy's really attractive. You can't let that first impression thing screw you. Okay? So first impressions don't matter. The key is give someone a bigger sample of your personality. The bigger the sample, the better. You know you're amazing. Don't assume everyone else does. Some people will pick up on it fast. Oh, this person's amazing. For someone, it'll take a bit more time. And when I say give them a bigger sample of your personality, I'm saying show some range, right? Show them a better glimpse in terms of the topics, in terms of your tonality, in terms of your expressiveness, in terms of your vibe. The bigger the sample, the more someone experiences you, at some point, they're going to realize, wow, this person is amazing, and they will care. It could also be, as we talked about, that you might have all those features you know, but that person doesn't see how it benefits them. And then you will also have to explain to them how it benefits them so that they see the value and it passes hook point number 2. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. You can also spice it up a bit.
Yes.
Okay. Spice it up, for example, instead of just being very bland, very flat, add range of expressiveness. And this is something to audit within yourself. Are you always talking the same volume, yes or no? And you should add both. At times you're loud, at times you're quiet. At times you talk fast, at times you talk a little bit slower. Sometimes it's a bit more intense, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes you smile, sometimes you don't. That there is showing range. And here's the mistake people do when they try to give that sample, they just do more of the same. No, if you didn't hook the person with what you did there, you better switch it up. If that doesn't hook, you better switch it up. You better switch it up, you better switch it up until it does. Okay? That also includes perhaps adding jokes, right? Pushing your own buttons, as we talked about, fun, carefree passion, amplifying that, reaching that hook point. Who is at the cause, who's at the effect? And this is very key when it comes to hooking as well. Being at the cause is when you're generating and the other person is on the receiving end experiencing you. And that's a mistake people make. They go up and they say, ask questions. Hey, so you doing well? How's your day going? What about this? And they think that if the person's talking back, that's good. But no, if the person's talking back, they're at the cause, you're at the receiving end. They're not experiencing you. You're not going to hook someone by them talking. Okay? And this is also why you hear in the initial phase of, say, an interaction, you're going to want to be generating and being at the cause 90% of the time. And then once you pass hook point number 2, it shifts to a good 50-50 where you're both experiencing each other. Okay? But this can also happen very fast. The 90% could just last a second, and then you're already at the 50-50. Okay? And actually another key one, a lot of people who, experience social rejections, and they think they never hook, it's actually not true. All of you here have hooked way more than you realize. But here's the problem. People don't realize that they've hooked, so they keep trying to hook, and that's why they get rejected. They're like, doesn't this person see that I'm already hooked? Why do they keep trying so hard? Why won't they just let me talk? Why are they at the good 50-50? Done. Something's off. Oh, they're just way too low value, try hard. Okay, so most rejections, you've already passed the hook point, you simply haven't realized it. Okay, but you do want to be at the cause, not at the effect at first. You're going to go one by one here. So we're going to do around like 1 minute or so, one person. Then you're going to hear me yell switch. And your job is see if you can actually hook that person. Genuinely. Not fake. And for the person listening, don't be too try hard in the fake. Like actually, if there's something that does interest you and what they say, lock in. But if you aren't, don't pretend like you are. So your job there is you're going to see someone and you're going to have to talk. So it's not going to be an awkward like, hey, I saw you. It's like, you already said hi. What information, stories, whatever it is, whatever you want to say, is going to hook that person? And genuinely do it. You're like, you say something and you just see their eyes like light up. Okay? Try to hook me.
Based on information that I already know about you, or just...
That's not hooking. It already started. Hook me.
Oh, yeah, cool. So,
It's really hard.
that's really hard.
That's what she said. So I'll pause it. So we're going to get back. But I love this. So this one here, but you're still on the spot. Don't worry. This is an exercise I did on Zoom on another social skills training with you right there. So this is it's one where you'll sense, right? And for everyone here, like, this is why you hear all this stuff and it can make sense. It's like, hey, apply it. Oh, and it's like really tough. Okay. Another reason why all that stifledness, like all that pressure, it's like, you got to get that out of the way. Because if this here already puts pressure out in a crazy environment, you're fucked. Okay. So say we get that away. And again, normal that there's pressure. Just take a few deep breaths here. From there, you got to start thinking, okay, what are you going to say that locks me in? And it could be, as we discussed, things that I might find valuable, right? So you could be like, based upon what I know about Julien, his background, whatever you know from me, what would be something that might pique my interest? But for everyone here too, you can also say something that you think might pique my interest that doesn't. For example, you might think, oh, Julien really likes self-help and spirituality. So you might start talking about that. But say something I'm already talking about, something I already know, that's actually going to push me away. Right? It's like if you meet someone, it's like, oh, that's your job, and you just try to get them to talk about their job. They're like, yo, I'm not here to fucking work. I'm here to have fun. Why are you making me talk about my job? Okay? But you can try that. You can also try, as we discussed, what's valuable, good emotions, fun, carefree passion. You might even talk about something I'm not that into, but if you're that excited about it and I just feel genuine good vibes, I might lock in. So you can play on that. On everything we heard here, do your best. Go.
Yeah, so like authentically, not even trying to put it on, I've got a connection that would be like extremely valuable for you. Like you talk about like trauma release and helping all of us with that as well. I live with Elliot Hulse and he talks a lot about trauma as well.
Pause. Really fucking good, but get there faster. So notice.
As in talk faster.
No. So get to what I call the juice. Give me the fucking juice fast, right? So the whole first part here, tonality, I would add some range. So like da-da-da-da, it was a little bit monotone. And what's the one thing that would fucking hook me? You're like, by the way, dude, I live with Elliot Hulse. Yeah. Hooked. You don't have to add all that build up. That build up, you're actually starting to lose me. You're like, It's like jumping fast. For everyone here too, if you have something really fucking catchy, like don't do this long ass build up explanation, blah, blah, blah. It's like, just get to the fucking meat of it. Right? But that was smart. Saying that, done. Hooked. And I actually am. Talk to me after for sure. Hook me.
What's one food from Switzerland that you miss the most?
Not much.
Not much.
No, I'm kidding. That's actually pretty good. So there are, but how to say it? That'd be one where I could just answer it, but I'm not drawn to you. Like I wouldn't go to you on the break and be like, oh, do you want to hear more about the foods from Switzerland that I missed?
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, what's something where I'm like, oh shit, who's this person? Like one that will make me be my favorite. He's my favorite now. Be my favorite.
Have you read a book called The Cabine before? Are you
Yeah.
familiar with it? Probably. It's hard to just think of stuff on the spot. I'm more natural.
That's not hooking me.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I don't care if it's hard or not.
No, I'm not. At this point, I wasn't trying to hook you. I guess I was kind of just talking.
Exercise is still on until I'm hooked.
Okay.
But one hint, try to add more range and louder and expressiveness. It's hard also. It's like, for everyone here too, so I like you're all going to do it to each other. But some other interesting data is to hook someone to eye contact, huge. Facing someone, huge. Like if you're kind of looking down like, so, there's this thing and this thing. It's like you're not going to get drawn in, right? Boom. And like adding some passion, some intensity, even on your end. It's like, what they say, tickles your pickle. What's something, if you talk about it, you get fucking excited like crazy. Like draw me into that. There's, again, you can go so many routes with this. It doesn't just have to be like, okay, what about the situation? What about general value?
What's like the weirdest thing you've seen? What is one of the weirdest persons you've taught? Do you remember them? Like how they were like?
Now your other big one is question. You're not going to hook me with a question.
Question.
So notice that's like, hey, you do it. Like, you're not going to hook me by me doing it and you experiencing it. I need to experience you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I'm not getting a big enough sample with just questions.
Okay.
And louder.
I can't think of anything now. Sorry.
It's all good. But notice, this is the skill. You want to meet someone new, any setting, you got to hook them.
Do you think the Delta?
No questions. No questions.
I totally think the Delta variant's fake, so I don't give a fuck. Like, it's all bullshit. Yeah.
Better, but that didn't hook. So notice there. So this is where, remember, you give that sample. So you start with that, great. Didn't hook, quickly change courses of action, more sample. It could also just be, again, in the delivery. If that delivery didn't work, change deliveries. It's like expand the range. You want to give me as much of you as possible.
So I can't quit until I actually hook you?
This whole event is now dependent on you. Mm-mm.
Take a choker.
Take a what?
The audience choker.
Like share with me something like a fun anecdote or something that you found it. Like ask yourself too on your end. It's like, what do a lot of people, playing on the good emotions too, it's like, what do people tend to find interesting, what you're interested in? If there's just that it has to be authentic though, that passion. Like if you ask yourself, over this past week or month, what's one thing that really was interesting to you that you found, that again, fun, carefree passion, that you were real passionate or made you laugh or something cool?
Okay. I find it crazy how millions of people around the world, they just follow celebrities and whenever they say something, they will literally follow exactly what they say. Like, for example, Elon Musk will say Doge and the price will rise 30%. Isn't it kind of weird that that contagion thing is a thing in the first place? It's
Okay.
weird.
Okay, good. So that topic, like the Elon Musk Doge thing, I actually would be, it wouldn't be like a huge, oh, I love you, but like that would actually hook me. But similar to him, get to that meat faster. So if you're like, oh, by the way, so you know Elon Musk, right, with the Doge thing? So da-da-da-da-da, like, oh, wow, what? Like give me those keywords that get my attention right off the bat. Versus, so you know with celebrities and da-da-da, like, give me that juice. But you did it. You did hook. But other big one for you is bring that humph.
Yeah, the range.
Mm-hmm.
The voice is pretty loud, so
No, it's not. You think it is. And it is now, but it's not. You've just gotten too used to it. So that will be one, for example. We talked about the writing on your arm. If you write down, no monotone, anytime you're out, you're going to have that constant reminder. It'll start changing things. Okay? Last one, you. Yeah. Hook me.
Hey Julien, I just found out about this obscure coin that's going to pump tomorrow. You gotta get on it.
What is it? You can't make it up. Like you're like, yeah. So then you would lose me. But like, okay, give me another one. Give me another one. By the way, the cool thing too, and you're all going to do it right after you, is once you get a reference of trying to do it, like now your mind's fucking thinking of like all the other things you could do or differently or thinking, like your RAS is now activated. And that there plus time, that's how you get good. Otherwise, again, notice how all this stuff, it's what we just talked about content-wise, but put into practice is very different. And now you have the reference linked to the content and the wheels are spinning. Go for it. No fake coin.
I just saw the weirdest shit happening in the back of the room.
It has to be real. Let's just add this. It has to be real. You're like, oh, and this crazy thing in the coin. Like, okay, something real, something real.
Just okay, but do I know you or do I not know you?
You know me. Well, you know of me. This is also where, hey, this is also too where you can ask yourself, like, what do you really find fun and authentic to you, right? It's like, if you say something that, say, genuinely makes you laugh, I'm going to get sucked in, right? Or something that you genuinely find exciting. Like, what's one thing if you talk about with your friends, you just all get really excited and sucked into it? I'm curious. What? Give me one thing.
I guess I'm also interested in social skills. So, like, I watched one of your videos, and you mentioned this book, Crucial Conversations. So it was one of the most meaningful books you read. And so I actually read it and applied to it, and I was able to basically save a very challenging situation.
What?
Some of the tips. So through co-founder negotiations, I was able to apply some of the principles. Basically, monitor the mood of the conversation, but as well as the content. And
What was the challenging thing that it helped you overcome?
essentially, like co-founder disagreements, and then be able to negotiate through that without involving like personal egos.
All right. So I like that. You could play off it, but in the way you explain it, jump to the juice faster. Be like, so you know, Crucial Conversations, there's this crazy challenging thing I was dealing with. Like, jump to that. And then I would add, this is actually, I love that you did this. I would add more, this is another way you can hook too, is add more descriptive words and more graphic to it, right? So you could be like, there's this challenging thing with the ego and it's like, it's too business presentation versus, you know, so the co-founder and he's this fucking guy and like even swearing and stuff, it just adds this, you know, that just would draw me in. Okay, but good. Give him a hand. Come on, people.
Like, this program is such a game changer. The way everything's structured and the material, it's been already, even for me, it's just been, I'm noticing a crazy change in the way that my whole life's like playing out.
What you put together is just incredible. There's nothing like that.
I've just jumped like a million levels. It's just been a complete 180 for my experience of existing. That's awesome.
It's just been so huge in terms of so many of the things I'm finally understanding and realizing and epiphanies I'm having.
What you do is a huge inspiration to me, and I think it's one of the most beautiful things you can give to another human in this entire world.
You saved my fucking life, man. I'm telling you, this is real, man.
Sometimes all it takes is just one person who believes in you. Find people who are where you are in life and model them, work with them. I would not be here if I didn't have people who held me accountable.
Wow.
I just felt a click and things are changing.
This program was just top notch.
Seriously, like, this is a masterpiece. This is perfect.
Everything, the way it's set up, the live calls, like all the support from the coaches is incredible.
It's been nuts.
I just had my tears of joy.
This was the best decisions I ever made.
Thank you for creating something wonderful like this.
This program was phenomenal.
This program was amazing.
This program has definitely changed my life.
I know for a fact I'm in the right place.
This is exactly what I was expecting from the program.
It's been spectacular.
I feel really lucky to have found you.
Thank you so much, Julien. It's worth every dollar.